The 16 personalities is a fairly popular tool with learning about yourself, but did you ever wonder where it got its start at? To answer that question, we have to travel back in time to the early 1900s when Carl Jung was around. Born specifically in 1875, Jung was a Swiss psychiatrist who came up with a lot of the theories and ideas around psychiatry, including putting forth the ideas of introversion and extroversion. Otherwise, we would know those as being an extrovert or an introvert. While these are not the only ideas that Carl Jung had about people's personality types, they're the only ones that we're going to mention today, because we then have to hop over the pond to the United States of America. Also born in 1875, Catherine Briggs was an American writer who wrote books on child rearing and even came up with a vocational test for children. Though she dabbled in creating a system for personality typing, she never really made any big strides in it until she came across Carl Jung's book, Psychological Types, which upon reading it, she then abandoned her work in order to expand upon Jung's. Catherine's daughter Isabel, who you will know through the name Myers-Briggs because her last name was Briggs-Myers, don't go there. Just don't. Would later join her mom in conducting the research and studies, but she would do it with a little bit of reluctance because she wasn't really enthused about the whole idea until she discovered some work on the personality typing and trying to get people into jobs that fit them based on personality. I want to make the important note here that neither of them were formally trained in psychology like Carl Jung was. They did become self-taught, and Isabel did go to college, but they didn't either of them have a psychology degree to my knowledge, or my research even. From there, the pair began their observations, and it's fascinating to note that at the time that they started implementing some of their ideas, it was World War II, and their research was used to help women find and get into these jobs that were better suited to their character, their personality, because more women at the time of World War II were having to go into the workplace because the men were off fighting the war. Now, it would wind up being Isabel, of all people, that would create the very first paper and pen test to assess people's personality types based upon Jung's, her mother, and her own research in that field. She would come to refine the test from an apprenticeship she had with a personnel manager at a Philadelphia bank who happened to know quite a bit, evidently, about tests and various statistics and things. In 1944, the Briggs-Myers Type Indicator book, yes, they put book in the name, was published and then consequently renamed in 1956 to the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. MBTI, get it? But it wasn't until the then head of the Educational Testing Service, who you would probably know better by those standardized tests that you took back in school, got interested in the idea of the MBTI, and things started to take off from there. This resulted in the first MBTI manual being published in 1962. And from there, people started throwing more support behind this thing from colleges such as the University of California, Berkeley, and the University of Florida. From here, the MBTI manual and the scoring system would see revisions and small changes here and there, but nothing to really go on about. Ultimately, what we know as the MBTI, the 16 personalities, sprang forth from the idea to help people get into the best careers for them based upon their own unique personality traits. It really is a tool for growth and understanding. In my opinion, it's not a perfect tool, but if you take it for what it is and use it to help you grow yourself and understand other people, then you really can't ask for much more than that. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this little history lesson as much as I did, please let me know with a comment down in the comment section. Also, while you're there, please hit that like button as well as subscribe for more content. And as always, don't forget to stay cool and have fun. See you next time.